Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Courtney and I am a realtor in the state of Connecticut. If you're into all things real estate, then hit that subscribe button and that bell notification so you never miss a new video from me. I have a lot planned. So today I'm going to be answering some of your guys' questions. So I asked you on Instagram. If you're not following me already, I will put it right here. I asked you guys what questions you had for me, and I've also added some questions that I've been getting a lot recently, or frequently asked questions about real estate, about being a new real estate agent, things that I do to be successful, things like that. So I made a list on my iPad and I'm going to go through the list and answer them to the best of my ability, and hopefully most of you guys will find it helpful. So if you're interested in hearing those questions, then stay tuned. So the first question I received was, what factored into your decision of being an agent with Dave Jones Realty, and do you like it? So first I'll say yes, I do like it. And what factored into my decision to join Dave Jones Realty was, full disclosure, he is my uncle, so it is part of the family. However, if I didn't have that connection to him, I still think that this would be a great fit for me because I love the training they offer. I love that we're just such a large, big family, a big community. We have a lot of people we could ask. I think it's super great to have that kind of connection to all the other agents, because when you're first starting off, you want to have the mentorship, like I've said so many times, the mentorship and just the support that you need to be successful. If you're a new agent and you're just being thrown into it, which I think is a good way to learn, is to be thrown into something, but you need support. You don't want to mess up on a contract, and this is a big deal for a lot of people, so you don't want to mess that up or feel like you're not confident and just be nervous all the time. So I think that what you really need is that support, someone to show you how to use all of the programs, all of the websites, everything that you need to use to the best ability, because we have a lot of great softwares and programs that you could use to make your job so much easier and so much more effective. But if you don't know how to use any of it, then what is the point of it? So it's good to have a mentor, training, and just someone to have your back when you are stuck, have a question, or you're just feeling very overwhelmed. So that's one of the biggest reasons why I like Dave Jones Realty. And if it wasn't for our connection, I'd still try to find a place like that. And I still think that Dave Jones Realty would be a great fit for me, even if he wasn't my uncle. So on to the next question. What helped you stay motivated when you first started building your business? So it was hard. I won't sugarcoat things. It was very hard to stay motivated when you're not seeing results, but you're not going to see results right off the bat in real estate, or a lot of things that you do, but especially real estate. Someone buying a home is a huge investment. It's not something like to go to the store and buy a coffee. It's not something like that. You need to give it time to have your efforts become fruitful. Like if you're sending out, if you're doing marketing, if you're sending out mailers, if you're sending out, just postcards or advertising in some way, they don't just come out of the woodwork and start saying, I want to sell my house, I want to buy a house. It takes some time for people to get to that point and see results from your efforts. So I think just keeping that in mind helped me stay a little bit motivated, and also just looking at everything as a learning opportunity, opposed to, oh my gosh, I am going to fail, I'm never going to sell a house, or whatever the case may be. So I think that just looking at everything as a learning opportunity is also a great way to stay motivated, and knowing that even if something not so great or desirable happens, you're learning from it. So that's something that also kept me motivated, just to have a different positive mindset on things and not to look at everything so negatively. Just to know that your efforts will come to something. You just have to give it the time and energy that it needs to flourish. So that's just what I kept in the back of my head when I was struggling to stay motivated. But you have to stay motivated, you have to do it to actually see the results, so you have to stick to it. And I think that goes with anything, like even my YouTube channel. I still today, it's hard to put all these videos out and not see the results you were hoping for, but I have come a long way, even though, I'm not, millions of subscribers, not 50,000 subscribers, all those things, but you get to that point and you grow, and you have to put in the work to get to that point. So yes, that's my advice for that one. The next question are you prospecting? So I have tried many methods of prospecting. So the biggest one was I was calling for sale by owners, I was calling expireds, I was just doing cold call, sending out postcards, things like that. And while I think that those things do work, I have found myself kind of slacking in that area. So I've been trying to make an effort to continue with those things, but I think in this market, especially in Connecticut where I am, I can only speak to that because that's all I know. There are a lot of people who think they could do for sale by owner, and they probably could in this market because a lot of things are selling. So I mean, it was kind of hard in that sense. But for expireds, I would advise to go further back if you're able to with the program that you use, not to expireds that happened during this crazy time where houses are selling like hotcakes, but back to a time where people tried to sell their house before the whole pandemic happened and the market got really crazy, and then see if now they want to sell. That was something that I wanted to do, but it didn't go back that far, and so I have to look into getting that ability to go back further into those expireds that were in the past and not just like a few months ago. So yes, I am prospecting, and I do it occasionally, but I really need to work on prospecting more, making that more into my daily routine. So if you guys have any tips, anything that you do that's really working for you, then leave it in the comment section below, and I'd love to hear about it. So the next question is, as a new realtor, what ways can you show value prospecting to for sale by owners? Like I said, in this market, it's kind of hard to do that because people are seeing houses fly off the market. And I mean, for sale by owners, I've seen plenty of for sale by owners currently that are selling their homes with no issue for sale by owner, but I think the biggest thing to do is to show what they will get by hiring a real estate professional, and the stress that will be relieved. You can get top dollar for your property. You're going to market it to so many more people. We have connections to people who might want to purchase your property before it even hits the market. Just knowing that we do the negotiation process as our career, as our job, is also something to really highlight. I mean, you're not gonna, call a electrician to do your plumbing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we do this all the time. We negotiate, we work on these contracts, we understand them, we know what we're doing, as any professional does. And just to take that stress off of someone who's trying to sell their home by themselves, and just to let them know that you're most likely going to get the most bang for your buck by selling with an agent, get the most in the shortest amount of time, and have the most seamless transaction with an agent. So just offer that you are an asset, in that you can really provide something that they can't get anywhere else. And just to, it's a lot of stress for someone selling their home for sale by owner if they haven't done anything like that before. So I would just kind of bring that home and really emphasize that. Next question is, how much do I pay for Zillow leads? So I did mention in my earlier videos that I do get some leads from Zillow, and I've been asked many times how much I pay for my Zillow leads. And right up front, I don't pay anything for my Zillow leads. Eventually, yes, I do pay in the end. My Zillow leads, actually, I have to pay a percentage once a deal closes to Zillow from my commission. So that's how they get paid. But for the program, part of my brokerage, I don't have to pay anything upfront to get the leads. I just have to pay once I close a deal. A percentage of the proceeds go to Zillow. So, I mean, I kind of like that. I mean, it kind of stinks to see your money go bye-bye, but you wouldn't have had that in the first place. So I think that, I'm trying to steer away from Zillow a little bit, try to work with my sphere, but I think Zillow is a great place to start if you're just starting out. You don't have many people. If you're just starting out, you don't have too many people in your database, you're younger, maybe not a lot of people your age or that are selling or buying. So I think that has really helped me kind of meet new people. I've met a lot of great people that I've got from Zillow, a lot of people who have been a little not so great, but you have that with anything. And I think that once you establish that group of people, then it kind of multiplies and it's exponential, and they start telling their friends and their family, and they know someone who's selling or buying. So I think in the end it does work out to start out with those Zillow and then slowly branch off into what you've received from doing those in the first place. So the next question, do you focus more on buyers or sellers? I don't focus more on one or the other, to be honest, because I'm new, I'm taking whatever I can get. Obviously, listings are desirable for many agents. You have your sign, your marketing. You have more control of your time. You're not going and showing people houses day in and day out and trying to make offers that get accepted. So in a way, it's really nice to have listings, but from my personal experience, I don't really try to get one more than the other, because with buyers, I just find it so much more, I don't know, like rewarding to help a buyer get into a home, especially first-time home buyers. First-time home buyers, it's a really big deal for them, and I just feel more satisfied when I help buyers. But like I said, I don't say, okay, this buyer wants to look at a house, I'm not gonna help them because I want only listings. Like, I'm focusing on both and being open to both opportunities. So my main source of lead generation. I would say my main source of lead generation is Zillow right now, but also my social media. I've gotten many people who I went to high school with, things like that have been reaching out to me because of my social media posts and have been asking me to help them find a home. So I think that those are my two biggest sources of leads at the moment. Next question is, are you full-time? Yes, I am a full-time real estate agent. I didn't start out that way, but I did eventually transition into full-time after a few months of having a full-time job that I did not like. And the last question, where do I get my ideas for social media? Really get my ideas a lot from problems that I see around me with other agents, problems that I'm having, things that I think that sellers or buyers would like to know, people that are not informed about the home buying process or what the market is like. I think of problems and I make solutions. That's the biggest thing that I do to get my ideas for social media. And I also think of just funny things, like for reels, for example. I think of funny things that real estate agents all experience and that they can relate to. If you check out my Instagram, you could definitely tell that I do that. So mostly I get my ideas from problems and I create solutions, and I try to connect and relate to other agents as well. So I kind of have two different ways that I create my content. And also, if you guys did not know, I do have an Etsy shop where I do sell social media posts for real estate agents that are already pre-made. You get a bundle and you can edit, put your own colors, your logos, and you can send them off and put them on your own Instagram or Facebook, and you don't have to think about what you want to write that day. You can just schedule all your posts and have a really great, cohesive, really helpful and informative social media platform. So those are all the questions I wanted to answer today. I don't want to make it too long. So if you have any other questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment box below. I would love to answer them and help you as best as I can. I want to thank you guys for watching again, and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos from me. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.